This year, 2020, has been a rough year for everyone throughout the US due to COVID and the big election. With the COVID, everyone is forced to stay home, and many individuals were laid off due to economy. Many families are struggling with money, lost ones, and sickness themselves. COVID is not the only thing affecting our society and lives, but the election as well. Our presidential election has pulled many U.S. citizens apart from each other due to hate and beliefs. As for myself, I would love to say that 2020 hasn't been the brightest for me, with all these problems going on, which took a toll on my life. To start off with COVID, many people are suffering, and it hasn't been good for anyone since the day it started to take many people's lives. I don't have too many excuses since I am young myself, which I have more advantage to be healthier than the elders. But I can say that some things because COVID has taken a turn in my family. I live in a family of 5, and out of 5 people, 4 of us got infected by the virus. And this did not make the situation any better. My parents were first forced to stay home from work. My grandma is old, so her life was at risk, and my sister's young, so seeing the fear in her eyes was painful. Surprisingly, I was the only one that came out negative and healthy, but it didn't stop me from being there for my family. This was the time my family depended on me the most since I was the only one that can help out. Our Christmas and my plans were ruined, especially when my family and significant needed more the most. Even though the virus has hurt my family and me, but I chose to forgive it because it helped our family build a bigger bond than ever, and I want to thank God to keep my family safe. Lastly, the election has caused so much damage and problems to our society because it pulled everyone apart from each other, not because of our race or culture, but beliefs and hate. Seeing our union fall apart has be the saddest, but also the happiest thing, because the only way people learn is when bad things happen. For example, the Capitol was attacked by the protesters, and to see what our society has come to this day is unbelievable. This changed my perspective that the U.S. isn't always it because best because we people create more problems and we choose not to fix them because everyone takes advantage when things are granted to us. Just because things are granted to us doesn't mean we are any better than other countries. For example, the one thing that works hard will know the steps to success, and the ones that are given will struggle through the process when needed. In conclusion, to end off with 2020, I just want to mention that life isn't always the brightest, but not everything is the darkest. It is how you want to adapt to this world and how you want to see certain situations and problems in life. Everyone will have their moments that they choose to see as I give up or I will keep going. This year has made me learn that I am not the only one going through this year with failure and struggles. Just because I struggle, why should I choose to give up? What would I do to prevent my struggles? I would want to be more aware of things ahead of me of time and help others out so everyone knows that our world isn't always bad how it looks.